All right, we're continuing on Glorious Day. And so we're doing verses 3 and 4. We won't do the chorus on these. If you want to see the chorus, you need to look at videos 1 and 2. We'll just look at the verses. All right, so one day, the grave, you could leave off could if you want to. Conceal would be to hide. Conceal him no longer. Now, remember, this is the yes and no. So that's the other kind of no. That's not what we're doing here. We're doing this kind of no. No, none. The amount kind of no. Longer, I'm going to show you the sign for long, but that's not what we would use in this verse because this is not about length. So long, you take an L and you go up your arm like this. That's long. But we're going to sign no more for this. So could conceal or hide him no more. Okay, one day, the stone rolled away from, which you could leave that out if you wanted, the door. Now, the literal sign for door is like this, where you're opening the door. But the grave didn't have that kind of door. It had an opening, and the stone was rolled away. And so I'm going to say rolled away from the opening. If you wanted to sign open the door, you could sign open the door. Okay, but we're just going to do the stone rolled away from the opening. Okay. All right, then, and you can leave that off if you wish. He arose over death. He had conquered. That's a new sign for us too. Conquered. Okay. Now is ascended my Lord evermore. We know all those signs. So now is ascended my Lord evermore, or forever. You could do evermore, or you could just do forever, which is probably what I would do. Okay. Death could not hold him. The grave could not keep him. So death could not hold him. This is to grasp tightly. Could not hold him. The grave could not keep him. Now for keep, you can take K's and do like this, keep. In fact, the same related sign here, if you wanted to lend somebody something, you would lend it. Or if you wanted to borrow, you would take it this way. So lend and borrow, but just keep would just be coming down like that. So the grave could not keep him. Okay. Rather than using the keep, you could, because the next line is from rising again. So it doesn't mean to keep him as to reserve him for something or save him for something. It means to prevent him from rising again. So I actually would use the word prevent here, which is like this, prevent. So like this hand is stopping this hand from doing whatever it was going to do, prevent. Okay, so the grave could not prevent him from rising again. Okay, and you can leave off little words, as many as you like. Okay, then it goes into the chorus, which we learned in the other verses. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and do the final verse. All right, so one day the trumpet will sound. This is like make noise coming from the ear. Sound. 4, if you wanted to put the 4 in there. His coming. One day the skies, you take a B for blue skies, and this is the skies. The skies. With his glories will shine. Wonderful day. My beloved would just be the same as love. Beloved one bringing. We've had that. That's bring or carry. It's the same thing. To bring or carry something. Bringing. My Savior, Jesus, is mine. And then we go into the chorus again. Okay, so there you go. If you have questions, let me know. And next will be the music.